In this lesson, we'll review important concepts about refrigerant families, cylinder safety, ozone science, and environmental impact. Let's get started. Question 1. When a suction shutoff valve is backseated, which port does it close? A. Gauge port. B. Compressor port. C. Compressor and gauge port D. Suction line and compressor port. The correct answer is A. Gauge port. Backseating a suction shutoff valve means turning the valve stem all the way out counterclockwise. This action allows refrigerant to flow freely between the suction line and the compressor, but it closes the gauge port, effectively isolating it. This is commonly done to keep system operation uninterrupted while removing gauges. Tip: use backseating when removing gauges to avoid refrigerant loss. But don't leave the valve partially open. Question 2. Under EPA regulations, which of the following repairs is always classified as a major repair? A. Replacement of a Schrader valve core. B. Replacement of a condenser fan motor. C. Replacement of a filter dryer. D. Replacement of an evaporator coil. The correct answer is D. Replacement of an evaporator coil. The EPA defines major repairs as those involving components like the compressor, evaporator coil, or condenser coil, or any repair that requires opening the sealed refrigerant circuit. Replacing an evaporator coil always falls under this category because it involves accessing the system's refrigerant loop, which poses environmental and safety considerations. Tip: if a repair touches the sealed refrigerant system, especially key components, it's likely considered major. Question 3. What is the minimum pressure rating required for certified recovery and recycling equipment used with R410A? A. 300 pounds per square inch. B. 240 pounds per square inch. C. 400 pounds per square inch. D. 500 pounds per square inch. The correct answer is C. 400 pounds per square inch. R410. A is a high-pressure refrigerant, so recovery and recycling equipment used with it must be certified to handle at least 400 pounds per square inch. Using equipment rated below this pressure can be dangerous and is not compliant with EPA regulations. The equipment must also be rated specifically for R410A to ensure safety and effectiveness during recovery. Tip: always check the pressure rating label on your recovery machine before using it with high-pressure refrigerants like R410A. Question 4. What is the purpose of a compressor heater in a refrigeration system? A. Reduce the amount of refrigerant in the lubricating oil. Prevent refrigerant vaporization. C. Prevent entrained water. Prevent acid pitting. The correct answer is A. Reduce the amount of refrigerant in the lubricating oil. A compressor heater warms the compressor crankcase to drive off refrigerant that may have mixed with the lubricating oil during shutdown periods. If this refrigerant remains, it can cause foaming or damage when the compressor starts. Preheating ensures only oil circulates through the system, protecting compressor components. Tip: always energize the crankcase heater several hours before startup, especially in colder environments. Question 5. If your recovery/recycling machine currently contains R502 and you need to recover R22 from another system, what must be done first? A. Change the expansion valve on the recovery machine. B. Do nothing if the machine is not full. C. Recover as much of the R502 as possible from the recovery machine, change the filter, and evacuate. D. Change the filter and expansion valve. The correct answer is C. Recover as much of the R502 as possible from the recovery machine, change the filter, and evacuate. Before switching refrigerant types, EPA regulations require that you remove all of the existing refrigerant R502 from the recovery or recycling machine, replace the filter, and evacuate the system to prevent cross-contamination. Mixing refrigerants can make them unrecoverable and cause damage to equipment or violation of EPA standards. Tip: always label recovery machines and cylinders by refrigerant type and clean thoroughly when switching gases. Question 6. What is the quickest phase in which to remove refrigerant during recovery? A. Vapor. B. Liquid. C. Initial. D. Final. The correct answer is B. Liquid. Recovering refrigerant in the liquid phase is much faster than removing it as a vapor because liquid refrigerant is denser, meaning a larger amount can be moved in less time. Many recovery machines are designed to efficiently remove refrigerant in liquid form first, then finish the job by pulling out the remaining vapor. Tip: begin with liquid recovery whenever possible to shorten recovery time and reduce strain on your equipment. Question 7. What should be done before using a recovery unit to remove refrigerant from a system? A. Check service valve positions. B. Check the oil level in the recovery unit. C. Evacuate recovery unit and recovery tank. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Before starting recovery, it's essential to evacuate the recovery machine and recovery cylinder. To ensure there's no air or contaminants, check the service valves to confirm they're properly positioned for recovery, and inspect the oil level in the recovery unit's compressor to avoid mechanical damage. Together, these steps ensure the system operates efficiently and safely without contaminating refrigerant or equipment. Tip: always follow pre-recovery checklists. A few minutes of prep can prevent costly equipment damage or rework. Great job completing this lesson. Understanding these EPA 608 principles is essential for safe, responsible, and compliant HVAC work. Keep practicing, stay certified, and I'll see you in the next module.